When you're riding down a trail and you're going super fast around these trees and rocks, it's kind of like you're in a video game. You have to think about your speed, your braking modulation, how the position of your body is to not fall off the trail. You're thinking about trees that's flying by you. You're thinking about so much, and you basically just have to look ahead of the trail and go the speed that you're comfortable at. It's not about thinking about what's coming next, it's more about reacting to it. I am Talis Turk, and I really like to ride my mountain bike. The first time I rode a bike, I was 4 years old. You go from 3 wheels to 2 wheels, and you feel free, and you feel almost independent as a little biker. You just hang out with your friends and ride your heart out. I went from riding just around town, riding ski-to-ski races. Everyone's like, Talis, you're gonna do the biking race because that's what you're good at. I was like, okay. I'd win most of those races, and I started thinking I could take this somewhere and do it for the rest of my life. The first time I actually went mountain biking, it was with my mom and my friend Evan, and at the time we had no idea what we were doing. We heard of Galbraith Mountain, and my mom didn't have a map, we didn't have water, food, and it got dark, and I'm like, if my mom's lost, I'm lost. I'm like, what do I do, you know? I think my friend started crying at one point, and eventually we found a way down the trail, and I was realizing this is really fun. I can do that again if I know where I'm going, you know? The bike store was kind of running out of business, so they were selling their bikes for, I think, 50% off. Mountain bikes are really expensive, and so I was just pedaling around the store. My mom could just see in my eyes, I was like, this is the one, Mom. It's like I was getting married to the sport right there. It was a Santa Cruz Heckler. It was black and yellow, like a bumblebee. My mom was like, Talis, you need to work on your own bike so you know how to fix yours when yours break down. So it's just the easy way out to take it to a bike shop. She wanted me to learn those basic skills of how to change your tire, lube your chain, all that, just basic maintenance. I kind of just started tuning with my bike, changing parts and decking it out with new forks and shocks and wheels and brakes. You learn how to take that bike apart and play around with it. I'd say I definitely break a lot of parts of my bike. It's not the nicest impact. Oh, another one right here. And another one right here. There is so much that can go wrong. You can have a bike problem, you can have a crash. You always want to have a hand pump, a bike tube, a tire lever, Allen keys, and some snacks for yourself. When you're pushing your limits, it's really important to have gear that you can trust.
I'm ready to go get some laps.
Yeah, what are you guys feeling? What do you guys want to go sand right now?
I'd be down to ride some jumps.
And we're gonna take Eli through some gnarly features. All right?
No, Eli, you're gonna be fine. You just have to square your elbows and then lean over your back tire and you'll be okay.
You got it.
I guess we'll see what happens.
Let's get it.
Mountain biking is hard work, but that's what really makes it rewarding. You work your whole body because you're pushing up that hill and pedaling and you're huffing and puffing. You just want to get up that hill and ride that trail because it's so rewarding when you get to the top. If you've ridden a mountain bike trail, you'll know just the thrill that you're about to achieve. When I find peace with my bike is when I'm just pedaling through the woods and it's absolutely gorgeous. The light's just coming through the woods and it's a bit of water on the trees and the dirt is so good and it just smells amazing. You are just there in the moment riding your bike. Back from a ride that's like the sun still shines and you're driving home, just the wind on your face. You just felt good that day. You just feel accomplished, like that day is complete. One thing I really love to do is build trails and jumps. I can literally create sculptures in the woods. I can't really draw a great portrait of anybody because my drawing skills aren't incredible, but when I go out into the woods and play with dirt, that's where my creative thinking is brought out. Or let's say when I'm actually riding, it's when I'm riding jumps and I can think of new tricks and new ideas like how can I do this, or how can I look, or what can I do differently. My favorite thing to do on a mountain bike is a 360 because I basically slow down time when I'm in the air. I'm spinning off the takeoff and I'm like looking around. It felt like the jump was even bigger because I did that spin. Just coming into it, fully committed, and I'm tucked looking at the lip. And at that moment I'm feeling really confident. I'm doing this and let's land this. I can get just the biggest adrenaline rush. I can never be more stoked in my life. People say my classic after scream, Talas scream, when I hit a jump, I go, whoa, I just scream after I hit something. I'm just squawking like a bird basically down the trail. You'll hear people screaming like, yo dude, that was sick, or oh my God, I almost died. Like there's just so much fun and freedom out there that you will express yourself. Oh! Sending it is kind of like a cool thing, going big or doing something unique. Every mountain biker has their own style. You kind of show your style of riding through the person that you are. I have these tricks in mind that I want to do. You think I got the 3-pointer 1 foot Euro?
Yeah, easy.
That's just your classic say, dude. Yeah, dude, it's
Just
easy.
commit. I think since it's a hip, it'll be easier to just be leaned over a little.
Do you think you could try and give me like a slight example?
No.
No? Okay. Let's go send it, I guess.
Yeah, let's get to it.
I definitely get scared, but I'm gonna try something new. I like that feeling though.
Try and just focus on one of the things, like just do your hand.
Some people are like, I don't want to feel that feeling. I'm like, well, that's what drives me to push myself. I wouldn't be doing all these crazy maneuvers if I wasn't feeling scared. You really do need that fear to reach your full potential.
Dude, you got it!
Holy cow. That was insane.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm so hyped. Let's go. You have to fall on the ground and feel what it's gonna feel like. You don't wanna be timid your whole time you're riding your bike. And you'll learn how to crash too, which is good. I remember when I went to the dirt jumps for my first time, and there were some really good kids there riding the big jumps, and I was riding the small ones, and I felt like, why am I even riding here? Like, if they're here. I don't want them to watch me fail or watch me be a noob. It's definitely just a thing where you need to get out there and not feel intimidated and just have fun, because it's gonna be a blast every time you ride. When I land a trick, it is the best feeling ever. You can't beat that feeling. You get the best thrill and love in your life when you ride your bike. If I can hit, a 50-foot jump, if I can take a risk like that, why can't I go to this job? Or like, why can't I write this essay to this college? If I can send myself, I can send myself to a different type of future. You really have to have a drive and be determined. You can try all the riding styles you have in your town. Let's say it's a street, skate park, or a hillside. You can go so far with your bike. You can take yourself into woods that you would never expect, or trails that you never have found. Anybody can do it if you have two wheels. You really want to go when the weather's nice. If you're going riding for your first time, definitely go on a day where it rained the day before and it's sunny, because the dirt will be tacky, grippy, and fast. If you could grab it from the ground and then just ball it up in your hand and throw it at someone like a snowball, and that's called hero dirt. And that's basically brown gold. I don't really know what other people do if they don't mountain bike, to be honest. Like, I don't know what they do during the day. Like, they work and then they sit around. If they don't have a passion for something, it doesn't make sense to me. It's just a matter of getting outside and enjoying the fresh air that you have. It's a great big world out there, and you're not going to see it from your couch. The fun begins when you start pushing your limits.